GRN, it has rallied a long way, and currently it is going through some correction. But looking at the Williams R and RSI, I would say you could watch it for some more time. The RSI is almost about to touch the overbought position. Williams R, though, it is still under minus 50. It it most likely after about few sessions it might go further up, but it would be touching closer to this mid Bollinger Band. So I would expect it to come down. It all depends on how this EV sector is moving. If EV sector continues further with the rally that we have seen in past few weeks, it might move up from here as well. Um, but most likely, if you have not entered it, I would say to wait for it to fall around $2 to enter. If you are already having, you you can expect it to reach 2.6 and sell at some profit. So from here, uh, it could spike further as well, but for entering new position, I would suggest to wait for now, as at this last candle I see that the market was indecisive. That's why we see weak on both sides of the candle. So it might still continue up, but the upside potential looks to be lesser. So it might not be that profitable to enter at this level. You could wait for a price around $2. Any other points you would like to add, VX sir?
I think Kamo, what you said is right. That mid Bollinger and $2 is the perfect strategy. It would bounce back from that. It's already reversed from there twice. So once more time is expected to be happening.
Right. Okay, thank you. So let's go to next, which is Tesla.
That's the favorite.
Yes, Tesla has left the upper Bollinger Band behind. Vivek sir, I would let you to comment on this.
It's left the upper Bollinger Band. It is at its lifetime high. It is on a gap up. Steady gap ups were 1, 2, 3 gap ups in the last 4 candles. And overbought position. Highly overbought position. Last candle, CCI and RSI will show you that. Highly overbought position, but all I can say is that it's the stock of the favorite of the markets. So play with the tide and play with the stop loss of 850, 860. Play with a stop of 860 or even 840 is fine. If you have entered earlier, I would play with a trailing stop of 840, which was the low for the previous low for this one. Low for the last candle is about 839 or 840, 838. So play with a stop of 835. Because if it breaks 838, that means it is going to close this gap, which I don't expect it to do it immediately, but why take a chance? So play with a stop of 835 or 838.
I know many of the members on this call and offline would be wanting to understand what is the upside for this stock you see.
Why not you do one thing? Upside for the stock you want, no? Take it on
weekly.
Take it on a daily chart, or keep it on a weekly on a weekly chart only, chart. Take a Fibonacci ratio from the low of the lower Bollinger Band to the upper highest. That means take it from the low of where this 2020E is there. First earning of 2020.
Yeah, I put it to 1 year, so it would be here.
Yeah. Take it from here and take it till the top edge.
Okay.
Let's see what is the ratio going to show. Come down. Yeah. But do it from the Bollinger Band, not from the rupee value, but from the Bollinger Band.
From here?
From the low of the Bollinger Band. Lowest point of the Bollinger Band.
This one or here?
Either way, even this one is the red candle.
Yeah.
3 candles to your right.
This one, right?
Yeah. Do it from the lower Bollinger Band till the top.
Okay.
There's a new study that I'm working on. So let me see if it works out here also.
So shall I stop here or continue?
No, keep it at the highest point. Take it. Now, can you draw a vertical line wherever the upper Bollinger Band touches the 23.6? A vertical line wherever the upper Bollinger Band touches 23.6, which is in December, not before that. December. That's the only time it touches 23.6. Come to your right. Come to your right. Further right. The red band. All right.
This one, right?
Red candle. All right. That is the candle. See that. When it touches 23.6 on the upper Bollinger Band, the price fell. And then from there it rallied further. If you convert this to weekly chart, you will see the repercussions in a very strong manner. Convert this daily chart to weekly and you'll be surprised with the results. Now zoom in.
So do you think the next upside would be given by this trend line? Or what would be the reference?
No. That trend line is not the reference point. That's just an angle of using. The next support where the crash could come is when the Bollinger Band touches 23.6 levels.
Okay.
When the Bollinger Band touches 23.6, then it will take a dip. So if somebody has entered at about 400 or 500, continue with a very good strong stop loss. Now you are watching a weekly chart.
Should I change it to daily chart?
Yeah, do you change it? फिर तो वही जो मैंने कहा था ना पहले जो what I said earlier, trading stop loss, because there's the gap up. Because this Bollinger has to come down to 23.6 for it to fall down. The upper Bollinger has to come to 23.6 for it to fall down. You look at the one, just zoom in again. Just zoom in again. Zoom in. This big green candle, volume candle. Big green volume candle, which is on 20th of December. Yeah. This
18th of December.
18th of December. Where is the Bollinger Band touching? And it takes a dip.
Yes.
692. Takes a dip. Come down to the third candle after that. What's the low of that? The red candle.
The low is
what's the low of the
614. 614.
614. That's how much? Almost about $85 down.
Yeah.
In just 3 days. Just 3 days. When you're shorting somebody, that is the way I would short it. If I'm playing on futures or options with the Tesla, I would short it at this point to give me a quick money in the next 2 or 3 days. Low is 614. And what's the low of the next green candle?
622.57.
So
At least
that gives you an idea about how to get $80 or about $75 in just 3 or 4 working days per share. If you're doing an option or if you're doing a future short selling in future, you would make good money here. So when you are taking the upper Bollinger Band 23.6 Fibonacci, when it touches, short and it will fall down. That also happened on 9th December. It touched, you shorted at what rate? 654. And the next green candle is, low of the next green candle is
566.
560. That's a $100 run in just 24 hours or 2 trading days. That means you took the trade today and tomorrow you're squaring up with $100 profit.
Sir, for Bollinger Bands, do we take any particular measures or values?
No, general standard measures.
Okay.
Whenever you're learning from anybody, always learn to trade on the standard measures because that is where the world will trading.
Right, sir. Thank you.
The entire institution would be trading and shorting on this only for that 2-day trade. Would trade like on a Bollinger Band if they're following Bollinger Bands. So for Tesla, I would only say do a trailing stop loss. Trail it with a stop loss of the low for the day, with give it another $1 more to it. So the last low was about 830, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
838.
Yeah.
So keep a trailing stop loss of 837 or 838, 837.50, anything you want, and keep trailing your stop loss on a daily basis. That means you keep $1 lower than the low of the previous day, and you trail if it is going up. So wherever you get stopped out, say thank you very much to the market and go out for a date with the family.
Yeah, and after the date and come back and buy around 700.
That's being too greedy. Eh?
So what would be the buy level for someone who
Buy
has,
level, good
yeah,
lord. Buy level would be around 624, 624 or even, no, 624 higher.
620.
Around 625, 624.
Okay.
That is, or at about 570. 570. Yeah, that is the price. 575.
Okay.
Which is also a Fibonacci retracement level. 38% Fibonacci retracement level.
Yeah, right. So how did you suggest the level over here around 640?
6. Zoom in, I'll tell you. Zoom in, I'll tell you. Zoom in. 624 is, I had taken this around the 21st, 22nd. I realized it is taking support at a level over here.
Okay.
So that is why I'm taking 624. And the same support was tested over here also, where you are seeing on the 16th or 17th of December.
Okay, got it.
So I'm using that as the base. It is tested it thrice, so might as well wait for it to test support over there. So 620, 624. I mean, I was doing a visual count, so I did 624. But yeah, 620 is also fine.
Mhm.
Look at it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles which have taken support over there. The green on the 14th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 21st, 22nd.
Yes.
The 14th, if you take it, the green candle on 14th, no, after the 14th, this took support. The low is
Yes.
610 and
Yes.
the close is 640. This
Yes.
candle low,
Yeah.
again, next green and red candle low is again low is 623. Next green red candle low 605. Next green candle low
620.
620. So 620 is the low at which it is bouncing back from.
Yes.
So I'm taking 620 or 624. Visually I'm taking 624, but 620 would be the support for it to bounce back and re-enter in and take it back.
And by the time it starts correction, even lower Bollinger Band would start bending to reach to those levels or
Absolutely, absolutely,
around that.
absolutely,
Okay. Yeah.
absolutely. Because it is currently a highly overbought position, very big, highly overbought. So a small correction would be healthy for this stock. So from 880, even if it comes down to about 700, I will be happy for it to continue for a longer trend.
Yeah. Even I am expecting one correction before it reaches 1000, before it crosses
Hmm.
1000. So one
Yes.
correction where it would be good time to get in
Hmm.
for someone interested to buy.
And the best thing would be to watch it on the Bollinger Band and the Fibonacci. Minute it touches that 23 point sector,
Mhm.
wait for a dip, then enter the stock. But if it fall down, it will give you $100 dip.
Mhm.
Enter in at the dip and in you go.
Yeah, and then you
And,
can hold it for
and
long.
if you look at the rates which we gave you at 620, it is actually an $80 dip from 700, which is the 23.8 Fibonacci level.
Yes.
23.6 level. The 620 is the right rate. 620 or 625 or 630, because sometimes you can't really hold me by the figure.
Mhm.
It's just a figure that around that area you should be entering it.
Any
To me,
questions on
even
Tesla? Sorry, continue.
even 630 would look lucrative enough to enter. Not counting the wicks.
Yeah,
Any question?
if you're buying in bigger quantity, it's better to take the level of the closing day candle rather than
Yes.
the lowest for that for that day, because based on quantity your order might not get filled. So in order to avoid that, it's better to buy at $5 higher price than missing out.
Very true. Sure.
Yeah. Any questions on Tesla, or are we good? Okay, so next shop.
Shopify.
Yes. Shopify has reversed trend from its level on 6th of Jan. Though I have not entered at this level, I was waiting for it to come down further. If any of you are holding, looking at these two candle and even Williams R and RSI, these indicate that it might continue on uptrend up to some time. And then I'm expecting the Bollinger Band to bend little downward. So somewhere around 1550 or maybe 1600, it might touch and then it might fall back. So if you are already into it, you might get another 50 or $100 on your current position. And if you are looking to enter it again, I would say it might be better to wait or get in now for this small profit, and then once it starts correction, you can get out and buy it again.
Ideal entry point is over 1230 and 1170.
So you are holding it now?
No, I sold it off. I had entered at 1170.
Mm-hmm.
I sold it and I got fired by my son. Why did you sell it off?
Yeah, even I had bought at 1169 and I sold it around 1390 once, and yeah, and another at 1465.
I got 1445 is what I got out of it. And he made my life miserable. He says, look, Kamal is holding it. I said, yes.
Kamal, I have a question.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So Kamal, even I did the same thing. 1170 was my buying price, and then I sold off around 1500. What would be the re-entry point? Do you see any uptrend or see downtrend or?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm expecting it that it would reach somewhere around 1300 again, but now at this point I was not expecting a reversal, because as you can see it's midway between mid Bollinger and lower, but it reversed from here, and these two candle are indicating that it's gonna continue a little further, and I expect that around somewhere around 1600 it might touch and fall back again. So when it corrects the next time, I'm looking to get in and that price level would be somewhere around 1300 1350 is what I'm expecting to get in.
Okay, thank you, Kamal.
Welcome. What's your input on the buy price, Vivek sir?
1300, you were saying it because of the support it had developed in December 9th.
Yes, here.
Right? December 9th, December 7th.
Yeah.
You're seeing it this basis of that.
So there's support here.
Yes, that holds.
Yeah.
So 1300 would be the first support, and the next support would be at 1250, 1230, where we had earlier entered, 1230. This gap down.
Yeah, around 1230.
1230. This gap down, this to this gap down. 1216, 1230. So in case of 1300 is held, great. Otherwise, 1200 or 1215 would be the right entry point. 1250 around that time, with a stop of 1170 or 1130.
Yeah. So this time I'm somehow feeling that
I'm not
it
even
might.
expecting it to go down.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting it to go that much down.
That's the thing I was also going to say, that I'm
Yeah,
not expecting
I'm not
that it might drop under 1200.
Drop so much. Possibly because it has done well so far in the COVID season, and with the COVID weakening wherever it is, even though the new strain has come in, but I think it will again show strength. Yes, 1300 would be a good entry point. 1250, 1300.
Okay. Any questions on this, or shall we move further? We have long list pending. Shall we take next?
Please.
Yes. Okay. VLNS. Okay. I see a similar candle to Neo for this. It's in agricultural commodities.
Oh, the winter season is showing good.
If we are into this for long term, it still has potential. I think during last year it has dropped a lot, and from October it has started moving up. So I would say for if you are holding for long term, it's still a good hold, and if you are holding for short term, you could wait for one more trading day. It might go little up and then correct and come into this Bollinger Band envelope, because it's in overbought position.
And the indicators have turned.
Yeah, and the last trading day, it looks the market was indecisive. So there's a high chance that even if it goes up, it goes higher than the closing price, it might fall down. So if you are already holding, you could exit if you're holding it for short term. And re-entry under 1.8 around 1.7 would be a re-entry for this. 1.6, 1.65. Any questions on this? Sorry, I had not seen who had requested for this. Please feel free to ask if you have any questions. I don't see anything in the chat as well. Okay, so let's move on to next talk. AYR-A.CN. No. I believe it might be this CSE. Is this the one which is being requested?
Yes, this is the one.
Okay.
Come up.
Thanks. Okay, so it has rallied long. I hope you have entered when it was at lower price levels. It looks good now to exit with some whatever profit if you are holding it before.
What is your entry level there in this?
No, I haven't entered yet. I was just looking into the stock. It's on a continuous path upwards, and it's a marijuana stock with Democrats coming in US. I was just thinking to have your opinion on it.
Right. Most of the cannabis stocks, when the election result came last month, around November, December, they had a big rally, and now again, both cannabis and EV sector, these two sectors are doing pretty well.
Kamal, just to add on, if anyone is interested in the cannabis CSC, right, they can look at app.cn just for their reference.
Okay, app.cn. So for app
With this stock specifically, I would be more very careful also,
Oh yeah, that's true.
because the indicators have turned down. There's a red candle on top, which is practically a Marubozu kind of candle.
yeah, that's it.
It's a very small wick and a straight big body. So which is an indicator that there is a heavy selling pressure on top, and indicators have turned down. So if you are planning to enter this stock, you think of re-entry this stock at about 27 or 26. That would be the appropriate way to enter in.
I totally agree.
Alright.
This, yeah, buying price of 26 would be better for this.
So if you are thinking of entering this stock because of the rally which you have seen in the last 1 week or last 7 working trading days, you enter the stock at about 26.
Okay. Thank you, Vivekji. Thank you, Kamal.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Yeah, let's quickly take APP as well, as Aditya mentioned. Okay, similar candle.
And look at the volume. My God.
So people who all got in here they have exited
They've
with
all taken profits home.
the volume here is bigger than this. So it's all
That means both the
exit.
volume. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buy volumes have been sold into one candle. The 4 buy volumes in December as well as in November have been sold into one day. 2.4 million, right?
Yeah, I think
And what are the average volume is 500. So you went up to almost about 8 times. No, 4 times. 4 times the average volume.
yeah, I think market was expecting a target of 0.25, but it didn't reach. From 0.25, it reversed and it everyone started selling, and then it came back and closed at 0.195.
Very true. Kamal, just check out the other two big green volume candles. What is the volume on those days? Just for my working knowledge. Any the volume candles on December 16th, 17th. Come to your left.
639K on this
No,
candle.
Kamal, the big ones to your left.
No,
To your left.
the big volumes on December
Left
16th.
left me. Yeah,
Okay,
those two. Yeah, correct.
This one.
1.
That's 2.4.
1.89. The volume is 1.89 on this candle and 1.34 on this green candle.
That's about 3.2 or 3.3, and this is almost 2.4. The last red candle is 2.4. Do you see that?
So this vertical should be here.
The vertical was right. No, it should be to your left. This is the vertical. Yes.
Okay.
After that, the price fell down, and then it rallied up. Now, if you correlate this to the Bollinger Band movement, that the Bollinger Band works as an envelope. The same thing, if you look at it, wherever the Bollinger Band touched 78.6, after that, the price has shot up. The lower Bollinger Band touches 78.6, the price shoots up. Come the next one over here, and the price shoots up. Right? and the price shoots up, and then see the way it has gone up. And then again, it has never touched 78.6. We were discussing the volumes.
Yeah, so these two volumes on 16th and 17th, volume was higher. If you look at the green candle over here, the volume was compared to these 2 days, the volume here was lesser, and all that volume exited on this last trading session. So it's expected to come down, and I was suggesting the buy price for this would be around 0.08. But this buy price, the stock at this buy price, I usually don't recommend for, most especially for beginners, to get into this price level stock, because if you are using Wealthsimple, which I believe won't be having this stock, you would have to use some other platform for buying this, either Questrade or Interactive Broker. I usually suggest stocks above 0.40 for buying on Wealthsimple, because Wealthsimple removes if it goes under 0.50. Why I suggest above 0.40 is a stock which is above 0.40, it usually touches 0.50 and it remains on Wealthsimple. So if you are using Wealthsimple, this stock I believe won't be available at all. And even if a stock at this price level is available, I usually suggest not to get into them.
Would not touch it.
Yeah. Though I'm not ruling out that this stock is good. It has rallied so much. The gain is there, but due to delisting, removing from the trading platform, those issues are something that you don't have control. So I usually suggest to stay away, and you can make similar profit from some other stocks which are there in the stock market, which the trading platforms continue supporting. The gain might be little lesser, but it's safer to trade on those.
Very true.
Aditya, sorry, I didn't mean to say anything about this stock.
No, Kamal, it's not for me. It's not anything personal. It's not my stock, Kamal. It was something wherein if I said if someone is looking for cannabis one, this is the one for the longer hold. No offense from you, please.
Yeah, so it's just
I don't own this company, okay?
I think HEXO and SNDL, I think those are the favorites for cannabis.
Yeah.
HEXO and SNDL.
HEXO, ACB,
Yeah.
even CWeb. These are some of the stocks which are on TSX, which are highly traded.
Yeah.
HEXO, and then there is ACB.
ACB is again what Man had requested for.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take ACB. Yeah, it's there in his request list. So let's take ACB. ACB.
Due for corrections.
Yeah. So it's
small correction is due.
Right. It's on correction now. So expect it to easily touch this 12 and see if it reverses from $12. Yeah. If it doesn't reverse from $12, then the next buy price would be 10.6.
10.50. Yeah. Oh, there's a gap in November 23rd, 24th.
There are two gaps here as well as here.
No, this gap has been filled in. The November first week gap has been filled in. November 23rd gap has not been filled in. That's 9.65.
Mm-hmm. So
look at the, it is holding that gap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trades, 5 or 6 trades. It's held at the gap. The 10 point something, 10.6 is a very strong support.
Support, yeah. So that's why
10.6. Yeah.
that's
Very
right.
strong support. So I would buy it at 10.6 and sell it at 14. Take a 40% profit margin out of it.
Absolutely agree.
Let me make a note of it also.
Or even 15, target of 15 is also possible.
Yes.
Because if you see pre-COVID, it was way up. It's because of COVID, it almost crashed down from where it was in at the start of the year. Let me keep it 1 year. So it was around 42, 43 at the on January 35. It was at 35, then it dropped to 7. And then it has corrected but continued falling, and over here this is where it found its bottom around close to $5, and then it has started correcting, and now it is on uptrend. That's why if someone is already into it for long term or is planning to get into long term, it could be good to hold or get in at 10 and hold up to a target of 26 or even 30, 35. But that target would be for a period of over 6 months, 6 months, 1 year. For short term, as Vivek sir mentioned, get in at 10.6 and target of 14 or $15. Okay.
Top will be what? 8 point something?
Sorry,
Stop at entry of 10.6. At entry of 10.6, stop will be what?
stop for this is
Yeah. 10 or 10.8.3, 8.6, 9.
yeah, 8.9, $9.
$9. Stop will be $9.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So this a buy of 10.6 and 9 is like around $1.6, and the upside is higher. Around $4 to $4.5. So that's almost 3 times risk to reward.
Reward that is.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go next. CC. Columbia Care. Retail trade. Okay. It had also had
Something like Goose and like Shopify.
a retail trade. Not sure
No,
if it is
it's
online.
marijuana retail trade,
Yeah.
cannabis retail trade.
Oh, again cannabis, sorry.
Okay. I think because of the cannabis sector, it also had a good rally. On last trading session, it again the same sellout has happened on this as well. You can see a downtrend. So easily it can reach the $7 And the entry point for this, I would say around 6.1. Yeah.
Which is the most expensive cannabis stock in rupee value wise, in dollar terms?
Most, I believe, weed 38 as of now.
It's a true leave in US.
What's the ticket?
I think it's TRUL.
Just want to understand truly. That's also there on CSE.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I opened the one on CSE.
That's about 30, 48, $50.
Yeah, 50.97 closed. And still, if you see it, the market for this one was still getting in. It has closed on the higher side. The previous stocks which we discussed, people have exited, but on this, there's a high volume getting in on this stock.
That is what I was actually trying to hint at and get to, that the big ones, the big company would take it. And the volume is almost 3 times the average volume.
Yeah.
So they would consolidate and take it over there.
But again, even this is in overbought position. So for getting
Absolute.
in, I would say we should wait for it to correct, and a small buy around 41.9 or 42, and then a better buy price would be around $39.
40, 39, 38. Yeah.
And looking at this rally, I think uh, the stop loss need not be bigger amount. I would expect the market to take it up. If it comes down to these levels, the
It will
market would
bounce back
start.
immediately.
Yeah.
It will bounce back.
Okay. Any more questions on this or any of the cannabis stock in general? Yeah, we had ACB in the list. So ACB we have covered. Next is CNR. CNR. Okay.
Company or this is the resources?
Which one?
Railway. Yeah, CNR, railway.
Yeah.
This had come into my list, if I'm not mistaken, a few months back.
Yeah, I think you were suggesting sometime maybe around
Yes, I
October time
remember
frame.
talking about this. Yeah.
Maybe when it was around these levels, you were suggesting to get in.
I had made a suggestion. Yes.
Okay, so huge volume. 1 point. It is more than its average volume. It's going up. So I would expect it to go further up next session. Though it's already in overbought position. Looking at the volume and
Candlestick.
yeah, it's more of a candle.
It's a pure mono. It's a very small wick on top and no wick down at all. That means the buying pressure was very strong.
Absolutely.
That's one which we missed.
And it's at 52-week peak. What was the 52-week? Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost. So I think the target here is 150. It 149.5, 149.7. You could see that selling would start. It might not reach 150.
I don't know. I think it will cross 150 this time.
It might cross.
I have a very strong hunch it will cross 150 this time.
How much was it? 148.
I don't know. I mean,
here.
I can't quantify it. Don't ask me to quantify it or reason it, but I have a strong hunch that it may cross 150 this time.
Yeah, it could, because this last time it returned from 149.11.
Yes.
Okay, I was suggesting on the similar line. So it has already tried once to reach 150, but it couldn't. So this time, because of the volume,
because of volume and because of the candle size.
Yeah.
The candle body is absolute solid. Whereas you look at the last time it touched 149, it was a indication that it's going to fall down.
Correct.
But this time he's going in a very big strength. So possibly 150 may be taken out.
Yes, I agree.
It may open up a new high, a new 52-week high.
True. So I didn't see this part. So I was previously suggesting on these lines that when the market comes closer to a target, it starts pushing down. So it has already
pushing it down. Yes.
It has already done that, and this time the volume is so strong that it will cross 150.
You look at all the three last three candles. All three last candles are solid candles.
Yeah, even this one is Marubazu candle. Once it started from here, so it's still for a very short, quick gain. If someone enters in the morning and then sell out sometime in the afternoon or
Sells
evening.
off it by the afternoon.
Yeah. So it could be a good day trade on CNR on Monday.
It could be a very quick trade here. Very quick trade.
Okay. So for anyone looking to day trade, you could consider this on Monday. Next, we covered BAM. We covered is PLTR. PLTR. Right. So I think in our Telegram group, someone had asked, and I had suggested a buy price around 22, and this was the reference that I had suggested, a buy price around 22. If you see it has touched 22.7, and then the next day it tried to go a little down from the closing price, but it reversed from here because the market is bullish about this from the time it has started. The way it has traded, it is in market for very short time, under 3 months or so, but the way it has traded during these months, even I had got in around sometime around 24 and then sold around 31. Yeah, 30.5 on this. So at this price level, though the market was indecisive on Friday, still it's under low mid Bollinger Band. You could, if it crosses, if it's green on Monday, then for sure you can enter. I'm less likely that I'm expecting that it might go down. So it could be a good time to get in with small position and see if it is trading good on Monday, then expect it to go further, and a target of a short-term target of around 30 would be a $5 profit on this $25 stop is what you can expect easily if it continues like this. Since it has dropped down further here and it has form this pattern. I'm not expecting it to go down further. Vivek sir, any other view on this?
No, I think you're right. No, I think you're right. 2275 or 2250 would be 2275 would be the appropriate entry price, and target of about 28, 29. 29.30 is also fine. That's a good returns there. $7-8 on $20, about 30% return.
That's right. So this is another stock which I'm looking like, considering like Neo, to if you are thinking to hold for long term, though it's still pretty early for this stock. It's just into market for around 3 months, but it's a good option to have it for long term if you're thinking. Okay, next is BGI. Shall we go to next?
Yeah.
BGI. Okay. This is a penny stock. I'm not recalling trading this, but I would expect that on Monday, looking at the volume, on Monday it might open up higher, and then market might pull it down when closing might be lower than the closing price of the last trading session, since the volume
So
was
there is a news on it. So this is a Canadian jewelry designer, I think, related to jewelry. So the news is they're accepting crypto for, I think, something like that.
for payments.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that could be the reason. That could be the catalyst over here which made it
yeah.
to spike. And in general, as I've been mentioning in some of the previous sessions, that the stocks which are traded on New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq, they have a requirement of having a bid price of at least $1 in 3 months or 6 months. That's why you could expect stocks which are under $1 to touch at least $1 in that 3 months or 6 months. That period is based on some other requirements for that particular company in a specific sector. But in general, you might observe this, that within 3 months or 6 months, the stocks which are traded under $1, they try to touch $1 in order to maintain their listing on the exchange. So if there is some positive news, like you mentioned, for those stocks, it just doesn't touch $1, it goes further. Like this one, if you see, it had reached 1.5, and then it had reached 1.5, and then it came down and closed at 1.18. And looking at the volume, it might again open up little higher, but expect it to close little lower than its opening price. In this case here, it for the second day it traded higher, and on the third day, this is the pattern which I was saying. So if it follows its previous spike pattern, it might still close higher on Monday, but on Tuesday it might close lower and then fall like this. So if you have already bought this stock, you can see how it's trading on Monday. If you see it opens high and then it starts going down, you can exit from this. But if it opens and you see that it is still holding, you could also hold and exit on Tuesday.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So next is this is the one, right? SIGL. Signal advance. Is this the one you were mentioning about some confusion about the stock
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it was around 0.0.
Musk is taking over from Mr. Trump.
No, Elon Musk. So he tweeted, use Signal, and everyone bought this guy. This guy is nowhere related to the Signal messenger.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
So maybe shorting this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we should short this.
Yeah, but whoever got into this on this day is already almost double. So
Not even double.
yeah, whoever
From 40 cents to $10.
yeah, I was saying whoever got on this day on 7th of Jan.
Yeah.
On 8th it has gone up by 91%. So whoever got at cheaper price, they are more than double. You're right. Or who got over here? Usually we have seen Elon Musk tweets create big impact.
Yeah.
Even if it is confusing tweet, then also it has this spiky impact.
Yeah. So do you think we should short this? I mean,
If you are already holding it, I think you could keep a stop loss of what was the last? It closed at 721, right?
Yeah.
So you could keep a stop loss of around 7.
Okay.
You're talking about shorting it.
Yeah, I'm talking about shorting it.
He doesn't want to buy it, he wants to short it.
So he has already, if you're...
No, he has not bought it.
Oh, okay. If you just want to short.
He just wants to short. I wonder if it is there also for shorting or not.
Yeah, that is what even I'm thinking, because if by the time it opens, someone would have already shorted. You may give
No,
it.
but how does he short it if he doesn't have a physical holding? Is it there on the options trade?
It's there in OTC market, so I'm doubtful.
So how will you short without the physical holding?
I don't know, honestly.
Pawan, I would say request you stay away from it. Just watch the fun. Thank Mr. Musk for all that he's doing. Ask him to become another Trump. That is good enough. Nothing else.
Nah, I'm gonna keep away from it.
So this is typically insider trading, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly.
This is typical insider trading. One day prior, somebody buys it at $1, $2. Next day, he's selling it at $9 and $8 and $10. This is typical insider trading. If somebody actually researches, he may even find Mr. Musk having bought it and then putting the tweet up.
Yeah, maybe.
273K. Then volume over here, it's 74K. We don't have a data for the average volume. It's just that
there is absolutely no average volume happening otherwise.
Exactly.
Let's go back in the month of December. First week of December. What is the average volume there? No. First week of December.
First week.
We're talking about January. First week of December. What is the average volume here? Any day.
So 1.4K.
1.4K, and suddenly you come to 800K.
Yeah.
A definite insider trading here.
I think it's a signal for us to stay away.
It is. It's a sure shot. Don't even touch it.
And
Yeah,
more,
let's not waste our time here then.
yeah, moreover, it's on OTC market. If it would have been on New York Stock Exchange or Nasdaq, I would have suggested you could give a try if you want to short. But since it's on OTC, I would say better to stay away and see how it collapses.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next is real. Real matters. Wow. They are into technology. Okay. Something happened around this 19th or 20th November. It has been on downtrend since August. So looking at this candle, I would say it's a strong downward indication, and better to wait for it to buy price. There's a support at 19, which the market is very trading in very small band from 1st of December up to here. It's not letting this band to break out. Here it tried and then got dumped. Maybe it might break out in the next attempt, but I think for few more sessions it will trade in the same range. So it would be a good stock to watch for now. The good thing about this is the market is not letting it to fall down below this $19. It is trading sideways. I would say it's better to wait for it to break this channel. If it breaks this channel, then upside potential is higher. But how long it is going to wait on, how long it is going to trade on this channel is something that will hold your time, hold your money during that time. So you could just watch, and if you see a pattern similar to this time it couldn't break this, it couldn't have successfully break out this resistance. I would expect it to break it next time. But for now, it would be better to just watch. I'm expecting it to again trade within this small channel of $19 to 19.8. What's your view on this, Vivek sir? Vivek sir, do you have any suggestions on this? Maybe we can move on further. Any questions? Anyone, any comments, any questions? Or shall we move on to next?
Let's move.
Okay. LSPD. Speed. Good.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is one of the good stock on TSX, which has rallied long way since March. So it is going through a minor correction. I would suggest, if you are planning for long-term hold on this, it could be good time to enter, because it does this mid Bollinger Band here and then it has moved up. If you see its pattern from way March, it doesn't fall back much in on correction, and most of the times it touches the mid Bollinger Band and then it moves up. Even here, it formed its 52-week high last week on these days, and now it is come here. So if you are into it, you can still continue to hold. If you want to get in for long term, it's still it's still okay to get in, or a buy price around 81 if it comes down after correction again. But for now, I am expecting it might continue further. How was the volume on? Volume was 485, which was lower than average. So with this price level, the upside is small if you are thinking for short term, but for long term, looking at this rally, I would say it could be good to hold it for long.